Hello, Bloodstains. This is your recap for season 12, week 9. I'm Rob Top, and as usual, I'm here with Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hello, I am here not from a remote broadcasting location for once, but in my home base, and it's good to see you all here for this final week of the mainline Bloodstains Bloodstains League for this particular season. And well, we've got a rundown of some great matches for you this week.
Yeah, so this one's going to be a perfect one. If you're at home, and this is our ninth go at doing it properly, so we're there, are we? This is going to be it.
I hope so. We'll see how it goes. We've got a little bit of leeway for the playoffs, but let's nail this one. Let's do it.
Okay, so to put a spanner in the works, we've got a new dog today. Everyone's really excited in our house, and we normally do our filming quite late at night after the kids have gone to bed and everything else. But today we're filming at 4:30 Sunday afternoon. They've gone for a walk at the moment, and when they come back, I'm going to have to probably mute it here and there. I'll do my best to keep the noise out, but it's going to be quite noisy at times, I'm afraid. So I'm going to ruin this week, Matt. Sorry, mate.
It's no problem. I've got a tasty beverage in front of me, and so let's just get straight into it. So, Deadly Snakes versus the Screamers. Deadly Snakes. Well, let's run through the predictions. I had this as a bold 4-0 victory for the blood-curdling Screamers. You had it as a 2-0 victory. It's not quite panned out that way. 2-2. Our Dark Elven AI teams once again proving that if you need to mitigate the slightly bad AI judgment-making process, Agility 4 is a way to get around that. And pulled up on 2-2.
And Ken did text me this morning saying that he is suffering from a hangover, so we'll let him off this week, eh?
I think I'm really keen. I mean, we haven't got any. We weren't able to see this match, we weren't able to see this match or get highlights from it. I was able to see the next match as well, the Ogres versus the Humans. When I went in this morning to try and take the highlights, it wasn't letting me. So even though I've got notes on the next match, I don't have highlights from it. Just foreshadowing that one. And
I'm sure nothing interesting happened.
Loads of things really interesting happened. We've lost.
It's a shame. Yeah,
we've lost. Well, there's a couple of important bits things there, but
let's stay on track.
Yeah. But I really hope the Blood-Curdling Screamers come back next season. I think early doors vampires are tough. It's tough. Especially when you lose a vampire early on, which Ken did this season. I know they've not had a particularly good run if you look at the win-loss ratio, but vampires are down there with Kislev as one of the ultimate grower teams. So I know it can be really disheartening to get this kind of kicking in that first season.
In the tournaments, they're always tier 3. They're always bottom tier. They're super tough at first. So anybody that can win leagues with vampires is awesome, coach. Really are.
Yeah. So I mean, it's 2-2 against the II. We've brought up the Deadly Snakes. You can't take them for advantage like you can. You can't take them for granted like you can certain AI teams, just because of that Agi, and it's Agi 4 versus Agi 4. It's 2-2 result. It's it's the nature of the business sometimes. It's gonna nip in, see how the Snakes are getting on first. They're still not doing well. Still really not doing well. They've got Wrestle for the Witch Elf. They've actually done a good Witch Elf build. I wouldn't necessarily take those skills in that order, but that's now you've got there for that level 4. That's actually a pretty good build. I don't know how you feel about that one.
No, awesome build, and they're not going to be playing any more games. Unreal.
I know.
It's a shame you can't carry him on to the following season. That same team in a way. But yeah, how long they had the assassin there? I haven't noticed the assassin before.
I think they've had him for a while. I think, or maybe they haven't. You know what? I don't know. That's really bad radio. I'll just roll back immediately what I said. But
we haven't been paying much attention to.
No, we haven't really. If there was a way of rebuilding this specific team to have a go next season, I'd be down for that. But that's who knows? I definitely think although I wouldn't mind a wood elf. I wouldn't mind a wood elf AI next season, or a high elf maybe.
Yeah, yeah, interesting.
Yeah. What we really want to have a look at is the streamers. Got to level up for this vampire here.
4 vampires, lovely.
4 vamps. Wrestle on a thrall, good. Dirty player on a thrall, good. Guard on a thrall, great. And block on a thrall. This is all sensible stuff. I have thoughts maybe about the frenzy as a first skill on this particular vampire, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I got 80k. I would buy another 2 thralls, so you got a nice bench. Because you don't need number vamps. You don't want any more than 4, do you? I wouldn't take more than 4.
No, you really want to have 5 rerolls if you've got 4 vamps. Yeah, I think you might be right there. I don't know if I'd buy 2 thralls immediately. I might be saving for that 5th reroll.
They reckon 1 reroll per vamp, so they reckon 4 rerolls is right.
Is it? I thought it was 1 for each +1, but I might be out of date on my
Okay, because some of the vamps would end up getting pro as well, so maybe it's more, when they're more established. It's 1, yeah.
Hey, you might be right there. Maybe you do want to get those thralls in there. You want to bulk up on those dirty players. Get as many with guard as you can, like Clement Rudkow. Like that's good. That's good.
Yeah, they die quick though, don't they? You always want a couple without any skills at all. Just
tell me about it.
Yeah.
But
hopefully, Ken, we'll see you next season with the
hopefully
with the vamps.
Or with a different team. Like I'm really looking forward to Ken being back in any form. I think that Ken has shown a lot of chutzpah, a lot of the cojones to keep going with the vampires. I think these are all attributes that make for a good coach. So whether or not it's the vampires, whether or not it's another coach, I think either like second season vampires or a more traditional tier 1 coach, I think we could be seeing Ken up for some playoff contention, because I think despite being in for an uphill battle this entire season, he's really shown some good decision making. So yeah, that's going to be something to look out for next season.
Yeah, good luck, Ken, next season, whatever you bring in.
Indeed. Back on to the actual schedule itself. Ogres versus the humans. Speaking, it's like this was there was something I hadn't picked up on from this screen, but 1-1. This was a match I had the opportunity to watch. It was certainly an interesting one to watch. Going into it, we had 1380 TV for the Ogres versus 1200 from the humans, who also came in with the +1 fame. And humans came into it taking 2 Bloodbriar babes and a Wandering Apothecary. So that's a defensive lineup for the last match of the season. MASH out of contention for the playoffs, so I can't really blame them taking a defensive kind of suite of inducements there. But they were able to do some damage. What can I say? Humans started off on offense, and Tyson was stunned from a rock on the kickoff table. Then there was a Dauntless into a double skull. There was a failed reroll on the Dauntless, and then double skull. And immediately in the pocket 3, used to sense the Dauntless player to the bench. I think that was Farmer Mulcahy, as we can see here.
Was that turn 1, did you say?
That was turn 1, yeah, straight off the ball. Straight off the bat. Yeah. Like, Tyson, just stunned immediately from a rock and then failed Dauntless into double skull. It's just like, oof. Then the Nobbers get TZs on the ball. This is a short kick. And the sure hand ogre is able to pick it up. The humans are able to get through some of the boneheaded ogres on the line. And then the apothecary ends up being the second apothecary ends up being used very quickly on a dead rookie blitzer for the humans. So coming in with that wandering apothecary, and very soon from the offset, they've used them both. Wow. Then there's a blitz with the ball carrier moving down the sidelines, but the humans have gotten surrounded after getting some KOs. The ogre ball carrier just starts swinging. Like, they're kind of pinned in on the sidelines at this point through this push, but is KO'd. Like, the ogre's able to get away from the sidelines by doing a follow up, but just ends up getting like ganged on the next turn. And then Tyson, as you can see here, the guard and break tackle ogre is killed, dead into dead on the apothecary. It seemed to be, or at least
it was dead into dead. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. Hate to see it.
Why'd you hate to see that? I think it's brilliant.
It's
that's the evil side of me coming out.
I know.
Wasn't it a fantastic move? Did he kill Tyson, and in the process of killing Tyson, also surf somebody off the board? Is that right?
I don't think so. I think this might be two separate things, but like it was definitely this was to do with a real nice piece of sideline pinning from the humans. So yeah, we've got five people from the ogre team on the pitch on turn 4, but the humans fail a pass when attempting to get it all the way down the pitch. But the ogres can't really capitalize on it. The humans are dominating the positioning at this point, but they just can't pick up the ball. Anobla is able to run through and actually able to pick up the ball and run it through on turn 7. The humans were dominating position, but they just, like I said, they just couldn't pick up the ball. So Anobla, you can get in there if you can pick up the ball. You've got that dodging, stunty, titchy ability to get through it, which takes us up to 1-0 for the ogres on turn 7. The humans are doing some vanity passes at this point, just moving forward, as you might expect. And we're on to the point with no one's got a bench at this point. 7 ogres versus 10 humans with a high kick straight to a Noblar who catches it. The ogres then throw the Noblar, going for it. They could have maybe held back a little bit and repositioned, but it's no, going straight for it. And the Noblar fails to go for it, just falling over. The humans are able to recover the ball deep in their own half, whilst considering they're bashing away down the rest of the pitch. The Noblars are able to base the ball carrier though, and the ogres are able to bash in return, and the humans kind of escape and pass it down the pitch. The human turn 11 is what I have a note here for to get a highlight from, but alas I could not. The ogres then try and toss their Noblar to try and do that tossing blitz thing that some teams can do sometimes, but they fail, and the humans just able to run it home. They must have been hoping for another score. This is relatively early. They could have maybe kind of delayed a little bit, but they didn't, so they're obviously hoping for another score. Then following up, there's a... I was saying there's a blitz on the sideline. Tyson was killed, but no, that's the thing I said already. I'm going to turn over to the thing. Yeah, now we're back up to 8 ogres, and you can tell I'm using my physical notepad. You have no idea how badly my notes in here. It's one page to the other page. I had to make turn to this page for the elves.
Oh my God.
I could not keep consistent about whether or not I was going to the next page, or if I was writing on the back of the page. But no, with me chatting here, I can get back to where we actually are in this narrative flow. And we're at 8 ogres versus 10 humans, because 3 KO recoveries for the ogre team. A pitch invasion hits the ogres hard, though, into the backfield, and the humans are able to push towards the ball. The Noblar...
It was at this point in the game where it looked like Phil didn't have a chance, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. It was a brutal pitch invasion. Absolutely Nuffle hates you. All of the players that you need to be there are now stunned. Noblar picks it up, but the ball is dropped on his feet in place. The humans free up the ball with a nice 3-dice block, but just once again aren't able to pick it up. It's not just about freeing the ball; it's about securing that ball whenever you're trying to do this. And the ogres get 2 boneheads in turn 15. An ogre blitz, a boger. No, that doesn't work. A boger. No. We need to workshop that one. So an ogre blitz like hits are both down, and the defender chooses. So yeah, no, this was interesting. So
Yeah.
so the ogre, there was an ogre blitz that got both down, and the defender chose to use wrestle.
And the
Whereas
ogre didn't have block.
the ogre didn't have block. No. So if you'd chosen both down, obviously you're taking that mighty blow hit, but it would have been a turnover at that point, which I think would have. I think
no
it would have.
tackle zones on the ball, was there?
No, there were afterwards. There were no tackle zones on the ball if you got a turnover at that point. But because it was a turnover, because wrestle was used, they were able to follow up with some nobblers and get some tackle zones on there. I personally would have taken the turnover there. I think early turnovers are valuable, even if you're gonna get an armor break with mighty blow. I think it was probably worth it to not use wrestle. Right. And it's always worth remembering as coaches that you don't have to use skills just because you have them.
I think Chris threw the game away myself. I think he could have got
by choosing wrestle there.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, not guaranteed.
A few dice, not many dice, but I think he could have won that game.
Certainly being able to pick up that ball without any TZs on it. I think, if I remember looking at the kind of the results, I think it might actually have been relevant looking at the dice. It doesn't quite work like that because the dice that you would have rolled to pick up the ball is not necessarily the actual by this other way of doing it. But yeah, it is unfortunate. And yeah, basically from there we were just able to stall out basically at that point, and we end up the game basically 1-1.
I thought Chris played really well, actually. Really aggressive against the Ogres. Really took the fight to them and beat him up. And the ball handling side of things really let the humans down. But,
yeah, there were times where they should have been able to pick it up, but it just wasn't happening. Sorry, say that again?
I said Chris played well.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame for Chris that he chose wrestle, but
the temptation is there is that you've got the skills, so you'll use it. But it's important to remember that you don't have to. Turnovers are good. Turnovers are the best thing that can happen to you if you're not the active player, even if it involves taking a mighty blow hit. But
yeah, if
but
it's
still,
a star player and you don't care about winning or losing the game, then I'll sort of understand it. But beating Phil's beating Phil. I would quite happily lose one of my players to beat him. So there you go.
Yeah, it's so. But yeah, I mean, it's still 1-1. That's still a result. So
what was the dice rolls like in that game?
Oh yes, that's a very valid question. I should probably have done that straight away. Okay, let's have a look at these lovely. Well, let's have a look at the statistics first. Let's do it. Yeah, that seems about right. That's how the match felt to me. SPP wise, just so many for the Punch Drunk Posse. So many on Tyson, who is out now. Or dead to dead. Gets the MVP. Oh well. But some good XP for the SPP for the match as well. So looking at the actual dice rolls. Anything specific you wanted to look at here?
I was just seeing how many boneheads there were. It doesn't look that bad. It's a little bit under what it should be, but it's not too bad. Any 4+ dodges from the Ogres? I don't remember any.
No, well, they've actually done not. Well, I suppose this includes Noblars as well, right? So,
but no, nothing looks hideous there.
No, and you're looking at block dice. That's pretty good for Mash, actually. Look at that. That's decent. Yeah, I'll take that any day. As many pows as both towns, nearly. Pows as pushes. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, taking a look at the ogres here.
He's bought an ogre already.
Yeah, just getting in a Hoover got to replace. Another Tyson 2, it would appear.
Oh,
okay. Not Lewis? No? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that's basically That's what that
I bet he
is.
was gutted. Ogre's dying, especially
Yeah,
with an apothecary. Just ouch. But there you go. Just
yeah.
take it on the chin. He
It's
had the
gonna
money
take.
to buy another one, so
Yeah, and yeah, moving into. Oh, I think we did have a level up there. Actually, let me just scroll backwards.
did he take wrestle one
Yeah,
two?
number two got a level up
Oh,
there. So two has got break tackle for your
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, break tackle on
I,
ball
I
holder.
thought I thought they'd leveled up a little while ago, but I guess. Oh no, the other break tackle person was the person that just died. Yeah, so yeah, I think that makes sense. You want your ball carrier to have break tackle. I think that's logical.
Yeah.
And yeah, just I don't think there are any level ups for the humans. They're just kind of ticking along, doing what humans do. Some interesting.
I don't think Chris is going to use him next season. I don't think he
No,
really liked him that much. I think he's going to change teams, which I get where he's coming from.
humans are
Humans,
tricky.
they're-
Humans are tricky in league.
I, I think when you're all starting at TV 1000, I think humans are really good because you got all the skills like block and sure hands and pass, blah blah blah. I think as they start going up, to like sort of 14, 1500, I think their weaknesses really show. They're a really hard team to use. I've seen people do well with them, but not many.
All
You don't
right.
see them at the top much, do you?
No,
So
well,
onto my game.
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think this
Well,
game was
let's well,
really hard.
actually let's dial back because I've missed something. So we talked about
Oh,
predictions. I
oh yeah.
had 2-1 to Mash for that last one, and you had 2-0 to the Punching Party. Obviously, it was 1-1 for this match here. I had the Elves winning 3-1, and you had the Goblins winning 1-0. So we were both wrong on that one.
Okay, but you got the right result. This game sort of like clarified to me that no matter how good I played, I was never going to beat the elves. Just it's too much of an uphill battle. I started off with 940 TV to 1520 for the elves. Um, three bribes, Ripper, and second chainsaw, just nice. Just I don't think I could have picked better inducements. It's just so hard playing against them. Callum's aggressive with the elves as well. And there's me trying to like ruin his team for the semi-finals, and it's just the opposite. He's absolutely just destroyed my team. Um, he starts off showing what he intends by getting a four assist foul on my troll and KOs him. Um, and it realised to me that he's going to protect his guys by getting them sent off, which isn't a bad shout at all. I end up doing the same to him, getting a dirty player foul on Zidane, getting a badly hurt and a send off as well. So it's going to show what kind of game it is. It's just going to be a dirty, rough game. Callum ends up on turn 4, knocking out my chainsaw, gets the ball downfield and scores on turn 5. It's just cannot stop him. Just with all the good play in the world, it's just no chance. The chainsaw and the troll come back from the KOs, which was quite nice. But obviously, I'm starting to burn rerolls already. I'm starting to burn bribes already by turn 5. Callum sees that I've left my ball and chain just a little bit open, ends up ganging up on him, knocking him to the floor, killing the ball and chain guy. So it's just, yeah, as I say, it's just
Are we on to
what I
the
find.
third Tasmanian Devil at this point?
Yeah, I'm just finding that like goblins are good if you've got like a sort of team of 14 and you can have like 2 star players to make up your squad of 16, and then you can pick and choose when you want to have your weapons on the pitch. But I'm just finding that I'm just always having to buy the weapons every week. I'm buying a ball and chain or a chainsaw or whatever it's going to be. It's so hard. They really are hard. Sylvester the cat, one of my goblins ends up getting busted. I KO'd a couple of his guys, but he's just, as I say, aggressive and he's good with the. It's just, it's too hard. My loner chainsaw ends up rolling a 1 and fails a reroll, and it was quite interesting actually because I always thought it'd be a turnover, but so he rolled the 1, so he's ended up hitting himself with a chainsaw. But because he didn't break his own armor,
He hasn't
it's not.
fallen over. Yeah, because it's when they
It's not
fall.
a turnover.
It's when they fall over that it's a turnover. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I
Oof.
didn't realise that at all. So that was good. But second half, all my bribes are gone. I start off with 2 chainsaws, 2 trolls, and Ripper. And Callum picks on Ripper. He just gets his whole team around Ripper and just starts beating him up. Just almost like just letting me say like, go on, you go and score if you want because I can just score back. So I decided to take my time a little bit and try to score as late on as possible. But you know, by that time he's already, beaten Ripper up, got the other side of the pitch, started picking on all my players. So I had to change a plan. And my plan was to get Ripper stood up, get him more into the action, and try to actually throw the ball to him. Because I know that if Ripper's got the ball and I've got some sort of backup around him, I've actually got a chance of getting that equaliser. But it wasn't to be. Ripper couldn't catch it on a 5+. Um, Actually, you got a clip for turn 12.
I do have a clip for
I
turn
think I
12.
skipped past it, yeah, because it's quite funny.
All right, let's bring this up. All right, here we go.
Yeah, this is Callum, just being
Yeah,
Callum, basically.
yeah. Can you? Yeah, that should go. So here we.
As you see, I'm over on the sideline, working my way up the pitch. Um, I looked safe, so I just think to myself how,
The really
I,
stupid hurts there for sure.
yeah, and it sort of, I sort of think to myself, how am I going to get out of it? Because I know I'm safe, but next turn I've got no move at all. So I've done something I haven't tried much this season.
It's nice. It's nice. It looks good.
Don't work. The reroll works. Yay! So do I score on turn 12 and just let him score? Just let him get back at me 2-1. So no, I just thought no, I won. But as I say, in the end, he manages to work his way back up, get around the ball carrier, and let's go up to the second clip straight away. Actually, because
All
we're near
right.
the end.
This is
It's
turn
me just
15 for the elves, right?
yeah, it's me just trying to score right at the very end. So this is Callum's turn 15. So sacks my ball carrier.
Ripper gets it.
Can you pause the clips? You can't, can you?
It's difficult.
No, right, okay. Because I got myself in a situation here where I've got one more turn. I've got one more turn. I've got to try to score. I end up handing it off to the goblin behind me, and then using the goblin to get thrown by the troll next to the troll next to Ripper. But the thing is like once the goblin moves, you wanna. Yeah, I couldn't move the troll to the goblin and then throw the goblin and then move the goblin. I had to do it the other way. So I had to like move the goblin to the troll, throw him, and just hopefully he'll land in the end zone, which is obviously quite rare. So I ended up 1-0 to Callum. But this game has sort of made me realise that I don't think I can bring the goblins back next season.
Oh
I think,
no! What a shame.
yeah, because it was just so hard. I found it good fun, but everyone now knows how to handle goblins a little bit better, and they're just so hard to use. I think they'd be good in a side league or something like that, but as a main league, I need to be more competitive. They're just too hard. I don't think I'll take a tier 1 team next season, but I'm not going to go as hard as goblins. That's just too much.
Do you know
So
who
I've
you
had
should
fun.
take?
Yeah, I was thinking Kislev.
I was
think
thinking Kislev. I was thinking Kislev. That was what I was going to suggest. You got to get in there.
Yeah, so I think I'll be bringing them next season.
All right.
Because yeah, as I say, it's just up against elves like that. You know what? I started a elf union team on the champions ladder, and I got to play goblins on my first 2 matches. and it was just a piece of piss. Even though the Goblin coaches were white, I just ended up winning like 3-0 both games, and it's sort of dawning on me. It's just no matter how good you are with Goblins, you're just up against it, and unless the TV is really big, and you've got a really full squad, as I say, to be able to chop and change who you want to be on the pitch and stuff. So it's been good fun. Killing people in the main league is okay, but I want to be trying to win games more often, I think. So bye Looney Tunes. It's been fun.
Dear. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Yeah. So Callum, he's built himself a nice team. He got himself 3 level ups as well, which we're going to in a bit.
Well, looking at the statistics here, you've got 62% ball possession. I mean, that says something, right? Against elves, that says something.
Yeah, but as you know what Callum's like, he gets the ball and scores, and then just puts you under pressure. And he's my tip for winning the whole thing. But we'll see if he can beat you, Matt. We'll see if he can get through the semis first.
Well, I think I'm neither here nor there. We'll talk about what the playoff matchups are likely to be, but I think he's got a bigger problem than me coming up first. But that's just me. Picking up that SPP.
It's not ridiculously high, but he got it to the right people.
Yeah.
So he sort of did pay attention to who needs to level. I made sure they leveled up.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think the dice were particularly unfair for either of us.
It's
standard game.
Pretty much what you'd expect. 3 skulls is all right though. 3 skulls isn't bad.
Who was that? Me? Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So maybe my dice were a little bit better than his. I was quite happy to lose just the 1-0, I guess.
I'm surprised it wasn't bigger than that, actually. Like, to be honest, 1-0 is not bad. 1-0 is not bad against a team that has proven match and match again that it can score when it wants to. And you've kept them to only scoring 1. That does mean something, you know?
But I found this season, there's been about 3 or 4 opportunities I've had to score in and chose not to, just because I want to keep weapons on the pitch, etc. And it's just weird not scoring when you should be scoring. A couple of them times I probably should have scored, but I stand by my decision on a few of the others. I think it was the right thing to do in a few of the others. So, yeah. So, yeah, bye-bye, Looney Tunes, and good luck, Callum, in the semis, man.
All right, well, speaking of which... Bit of a wee upset here, my friend.
You reckon upset, do you? Look at the armor breaks for starters.
Well, upset is purely based on the final result, and I think a 1-0 result for the Orchestra versus the Headhunters. Maybe you might be right. Maybe it's not an upset. Like we have been talking all season that Leon is an up and comer. Maybe it just actually isn't an upset and just solidifies the same thing that we've been saying all season, that Liam deserves a place in the playoffs and will do what it needs to get there. The reason why the word upset is even in my brain is because the Headhunters are a damn strong team. Strong team. And just to 1-0 shut them out is impressive. So, but I didn't get a chance to watch the match, so maybe you'll be able to elucidate on that.
What was the predictions? What do we predict on this? I think I predicted a Liam win, did I?
I predicted a 2-2 draw, and you predicted a 2-1 victory for Liam. So you got the spread. You got the spread right, and you got the result right, but not the exact kind of score line. So that's good. Like to stop the Headhunters from scoring at all is impressive.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I was thinking 2-2 for this. You know.
So this game, they both qualified, so it was a game of, they're both in the semi-finals, and who they were playing in the semi-finals wasn't going to change no matter what the result was, because if the Orcs won, they were going to stay in fourth, and if the Headhunters won, then they would just move up to second and still be playing third. It would just be switching second and third, so he was going to be playing Callum no matter what. So it was a case of there was nothing to play for except from try not to get your team destroyed, really.
And personal pride, of course, as well.
I was just about to say that pride because they work together. It's just I keep a note of all my games that I play, and I keep it all chart. But that's just me. So
Yeah, I know
again,
you're two up on me at the moment. Is it 2 or 3?
what overall since we started?
Yeah,
2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3
2
wins
or
up.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got
And
to
and
do something
again,
about that next season.
playing goblins and losing week after week isn't doing my charts very well. But back to this game anyway. Um, right, Liam, 1850 orcs. Also decides to buy a bribe out of his own treasury. So, actually, no, I've got that wrong. No, he's got a bribe stadium. That was it.
Yes, it does have a bribe
Yes.
stadium. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
he's
just to be clear,
18.
that's a bribe for both teams, right? So
That's right. Yeah. So it's going to be a bloodbath. Alistair's 1470. He takes a chainsaw, wizard, and 2 bribes.
good
Chainsaws
call.
against. Well,
Well,
I don't know. Chainsaws against armor 9, just not great.
well,
It really.
if you're fouling and you can get those gang fouls, then the odds turn in your favour real quick.
Yeah, if you can get them on the floor and start fouling with the chainsaw. I personally think a dirty player, dirty player would be better. But I know they start adding up on the money. They're like 50k plus another 30, then another 50. So they're 130 for a mercenary dirty player, the same as a chainsaw. So I don't know. Chainsaw's not great against armor 9. They really ain't. But anyway, right to the game. Neither team got any fame. Um, Liam ends up receiving the ball. Before he does anything at all, he activates the troll and does a block with the troll, which not a good move. You got to stop doing that, Liam. You really have. Any guys with loner, just don't activate them first. Sort your team out. Do all the stuff as we keep saying week after week. Pick get men around the ball and position your men. Just do stuff before rolling any dice, especially with a loner. So he gets away with it. Loner, the troll has got block, so it ain't that hard to pass. But even still, but he does manage to remove 2 of the Zons in the very first turn. One of them, the minus movement Agi4, gets a niggling injury, so I don't think we'll be seeing her anymore. And a standard Lino gets badly hurt, so straight away he's like 11 to 9. Alistair's first move. First thing he does before doing anything else, he does a blitz with a chainsaw. So again, another loner, just like, come on, guys, what are you doing? Sort it out. Right, turn 2, Liam manages to cage up, but it's a real weak cage. He could have done better. It's like, you got to understand that these Amazons are kind of dodge out of tackle zones and they're going to get onto you. So I look, straight away looking at it, thinking, that could have been a better cage, at least screened off better. Turn 3, Alistair's first move, chainsaw blitz again before anything else.
Well,
in his head on the wall. It's like,
well, in his
say,
defence, yeah. Well, okay, go on.
I know you're going to say sometimes it's the right thing to do, but it wasn't. It just really wasn't. Okay, there's people to stand up, there's people to move around, there's people to screen off. You just stop doing it. So basically, yeah, third move, using a chainsaw, he fails the 1 in 6 roll, ends up injuring himself, turnover. So he's done nothing all turn, And
Well, actually, there's an interesting point there because you discovered an interesting thing regarding rolling ones of chainsaws and turnovers this week, and we should probably go into that at this point just to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So, what is it about rolling a 1 on the chainsaw that makes it a turnover, and what isn't it? I suppose is my main point here.
So you can roll the 1, but if you break your own armor, then it's a turnover.
Yeah,
so,
but if you roll a 1 and you don't break your own armor, it's not, because the thing that triggers a turnover, it isn't failing that roll, it's going down on the floor. And you don't go down on the floor if your armor holds. So it's not necessarily a turnover if you roll that 1, but because of the +3, it probably is.
The beauty with the goblins is that when you do roll the 1 on the chainsaw, he hasn't got loner, so you can you can re-roll it again. It's 1 in 36, So yeah, he's ended up throwing his turn 3 away, and he's lost his chainsaw.
Oh,
um,
what was the result? Was
um,
that an injury or was that?
yeah, injury just
Oh,
gone. So
oh,
he hasn't even used any of his bribes yet. Turn 4, more bad play. I'm sorry, guys. Honestly, I really am. But Liam, you you leave your ball carrier unprotected. Protected. He like zooms his ball carrier up the pitch, and then just decides to do all these random blocks all over the place before moving anyone up to back him up or anything. It's like,
so
what are you
this
doing?
is like where you move your ball carrier in terms of and to be clear, you have spoken with Liam and Liam is aware that you're going to be being
Yeah,
focused on. So we're not just random. We have cleared this.
yeah. But basically, I had a chat with Liam yesterday to say I'm going to be critical of the game because the way I'm seeing these two teams is both in the semi-finals, and they're both going to be playing elves. And if they play like this, like they played against each other, they're just both going to get beaten by the elves. So,
And fuck elves, am I right? Fuck them.
yeah, yeah, just both of these teams are both capable of beating the elves as well, but not playing like this. They got to be logical about their moves. They've got to, stop rolling them dice first thing you do, especially the risky dice. Protect your ball carrier. That's like we're talking basic rules here. Just you don't run your ball carrier out into the open. Think, oh, I just think I'll go and have a fight over there, and I think I'll go and do this, and just
Well, I think the
just got
important
to
the,
protect them.
and
Yeah,
not just think about it in terms of like here's where I am at the start of the turn, here's where I am at the end of the turn, because as you say, you want to make your ball carrier move, but it's how the other activations work in relation to that, and what happens if you get that unexpected turnover in the middle of your things.
exactly.
That's
Exactly that.
that's what we mean when we're talking about ordering. Like, because yes, you do want to make sure that it's not just that your ball carrier has to be in a protected position at the start of your turn, at the end of your turn. It has to be relatively protected, and there are degrees of when this can and can't happen, just because of the way that ordering and every individual circumstance when you're in the turn will come up. But you do need to consider at every point where you make a roll with an activated player, how at risk is the BC if this fails and causes a turnover. And this is really difficult to get your head around. Like, I have troubles with this. So, like, you can go through any of my past matches and you can point to places in my play where it goes, that was wrong, that was wrong, that was wrong. But, we're not here as players, we're here as commentators, and so that's a thing to bring up, right? Like,
yeah, totally. Also, Alistair did have a wizard, so that does change how you do your cages, doesn't it? It's always on your mind about
well, it's really realistically speaking, it means that you don't cage, you just have to widescreen instead.
Well, there's an eye cage, so instead of your normal X, where the ball carrier is, you have two people in the middle, and it turns into a bit of an elongated X. They call it an eye cage. And it's you can only really hit three people doing well. No, sorry. Yeah, you can only hit. You can't hit all the cage in one blast. Basically, you can't hit the corners of the cage with one blast. You can only hit two of the corners. So yeah, it's. But next move, Alistair does use the wizard, and it was a case of, is this
which turn is this for the Amazons?
This is turn 4.
Okay,
so
well, do you want me
we're
to
just about coming up to the because it's Alistair uses the wizard, and
allow me to interject there. This is turn 4. This is the thing I have to think for.
Yeah, can this be capitalized on?
All right, so
show the clip.
Show the clip. All right, here we go.
Because I think Liam's rushed off.
Yeah, there we go. Bam, down we go. Yeah.
So he hasn't got really many people here but runs over. I think this is the edge for Zon.
Love that. Loves to throw these Amazons.
Yeah. Fails a 3+ catch.
But hits the 1 in 9. That's fine.
Yeah. Reroll works. Down the pitch. Nice play.
A couple of players still down though. But was it right to keep them down because you didn't know where the ball was going to end up? Oh well.
Look at that. Why do that? that was a go for it to go there, and he didn't even need to base those orcs up. All he had to do was create a screen, and it was a case again. It's like, you play, you're in the semi-finals. Play like that, it's going to get you hammered. But we got the Liam's recovery.
Oh, we did. That's right. I paused that.
Next turn.
Yeah, I paused that. And we're going to have to see through this again because of the wonderful new VLC. There we go. Bam! That lightning coming down. I'd forgotten this was. I was telling Rob ahead of time. Thanks for meaning it was one thing, so I don't have to pause it in the middle. And then I went and paused it anyway. But yeah, here we see in more detail just this great pass. 1 and 9 to catch with the reroll. That's what you want. Just coming down. I like the positioning here, just juking. Well, actually not juking, just staying in. And as you say, like, you've got one other player down. Don't roll the dice. Don't roll the dice. Especially with a reroll used.
There's a couple of people to stand up. There's other stuff to do, isn't there?
Yeah.
So how does Liam get out of this? What does he use? Does he activate the troll first thing? No, he doesn't. Good man.
No, you've got a few.
A 4+ actually. So, okay.
And I like this blitz as well because it comes round and it's thinking about what happens if you only get a push. And if you did only happen to get a push, you've got tackle. You can put yourself in a position there where you can kind of go on either side of them. So I really like that. I really like blitzing with a view to what happens if it's only a push is good.
Yeah, and blitzing with tackle as well.
Blitzing with tackle, not picking up there, just leaving the teasy on there, thinking about what happens if it's a turnover. Excellent.
Better play, much better play. But the thing is, you guys, you need to be doing play like this more. Like every turn against the elves, it needs to be coordinated play. I like this, where you've got somebody to move to the troll.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the one. You can't really control that.
No, it happens. And then he starts doing all the random hits everywhere.
Then you start doing the random hits. Yeah, absolutely.
That's how to play it. Protect the ball. Get the ball, protect the ball.
This could have been a 2 dice block, this one here, but it turns out into an injury anyway. I think you could have positioned that throw in a slightly better way for that, but like that's just
he could have got a 2D with the thrower, but he's trying to get the thrower back. He relies Liam relying a little bit too much on that thrower. I know he's a great player, but you've got other people that are 83 with rerolls available, team rerolls. So yeah, try not to let your thrower do all of the work, because you're going to make him a target for the semi-final.
Yeah, if he gets impeached, you're in trouble. So in terms of, but still, it's a that's turn 5. So where do we go from there?
11 orcs versus 6 zons. So should be easy, you would have thought. He's got to get that ball back up the pitch and score in 4 turns. It's not too difficult, but he doesn't manage to do it, unfortunately. One of the things Liam, I think he should have done is he had a 14 star player point blitzer. He should have left up the pitch as a scoring threat, because he's already up the pitch. He's the one that KO'd the Zon just then. Just leaving him up as a scoring threat, then you could have got your thrower to the ball and then passed to the blitzer to save yourself probably a turn of movement, because he needed one more turn to score, you see, at the end. So yeah, not leaving that blitzer up, relying on Donald Trump to score all the time is one of your weak points that you need to address.
Although that said, he is your star player, right? But
he is, but he's also a thrower, so he has got the pass skill. And also, if you've got a 14 star player point blitzer and it's a match that doesn't matter, really you want to be trying to level up these people for your next game. So yeah, turn 8, I felt a bit sorry for him. Liam, no rerolls left. Instead of trying to do 2 go for it to score, which can happen, he decides to try hurting people and rolls a double skull on one of the dice, so he doesn't get the chance to try to run it in. So semi-finals, don't do the blocks. Try to run it in with no rerolls. You just got to go for it. Don't roll dice. Just try to get that ball scored. Second half, 11 orcs versus 9 zons. Donald Trump is put on the line of scrimmage with no protection, with a troll. So Donald Trump's on the right, trolls in the middle, and somebody else on the left. Not good. Why are you putting your best player on the line?
Well, is this because he's strength 4 and has block?
It doesn't matter. It's your best guy, and you're leaving him himself. It wasn't hard for Lozano to actually work out a way of actually getting 2 or 3 hits on that Donald Trump.
On that linchpin player, really is.
Just like, and this is a game where you're trying to protect your best players as well. Just that's really bad
game before the playoffs. That's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
Ends up getting KO'd. So he's off the pitch. Probably safer being KO'd in a way. But Alistair does some actually good play in turn 9. He protects the ball carrier, makes a move. He screens off really well and does a sort of semi-cage. And it really looks like he's going to work his way down the pitch and do well. Liam, move 10. First move, troll again. It's a critical time too. Don't roll dice on loners till you've got the important stuff done. There's other stuff to do. I'm saying it over and over again to try to get it into Liam's head that troll will let you down and will screw you over on one of these turns. So don't let him. Do your other stuff. At turn 11, I'll have to read this bit out. Alistair, come on, dude. Relying on AG4 too much. You dodge
AG4 is good. AG4 is good.
Yeah, but it's still only AG4. You can't dodge into a tackle zone from somebody that's got tackle and try to pick up the ball on the edge of the pitch. He had the option of.
But that is more of an AG5 move. That is true.
Yeah, but he had the option of doing. He was on the floor, so he only had 3 movement left. But in my opinion, he should have stood up, dodged out of the tackle zone, not into a tackle zone, so it was only a 2+, and then tried moving in to pick the ball up on a 3+ it would have been, and then maybe dodging out or throwing the ball or whatever he wanted to do. But you've got the argument that he wanted to get onto the ball and maybe scatter off the pitch or something like that. But again, it's one of the first things he did in the turn. So again, it's it wasn't the very first thing he did in the turn. There was other stuff to do, standing people up, and I don't know. Just I don't think because it was the game it was. I don't think they were both playing the game. I'm just going to leave it to that. Turn 11, Liam. Troll again blocks first move. He's done it 4 or 5 times in this game. It's just, I know you're eager to hurt these people and get them off the pitch, but still do your other stuff. Turn 12, failed dodge injury to Blitzer, badly hurt. That's for the Zons. Turn 12, Liam. It's 10 versus 7. Liam ends up getting the ball, and he's outnumbering the Zons a lot. He's got it's 10 versus 7, and he badly hurts one. It was 10 versus 6, and then he fouls another one to make it 10 versus 5. But he's still Alistair's still managing to get 1D and 2D blocks on the ball carrier. It's like that shouldn't be happening. He should be, positioning and screening off, etc. But as I keep saying the whole game. I'm sorry to moan and not pick out super good bits, but I'm just trying to say that if it's 10 versus 5, there's no way that them 5 people should be able to be getting hits on that ball carrier. So
well, I suppose the way of thinking of it as well is we're at the end of the season and we're looking towards the playoffs and we're looking towards next season as well. So bringing up planting the seeds of long-term better play. Yeah. Now's a decent time to do it. And once again, you have spoken to Liam. You're not just randomly dragging
No. Neither coach played their. And as I said right at the beginning, it's a nothing game. It was a nothing game. So
Well, you say that. I do think the Orcs getting a win across the Amazons is important. It shows that, at least for Liam, inside his own head, he can score these big wins against these top tier established teams. So I think calling it a nothing game is a bit too far, but it was a game where it wasn't affecting playoffs it wasn't affecting league position. But yeah,
I think Liam thought he had a bribe, forgot he had a bribe stadium because he hit do fouls the whole game. And then it come to like turn 12 or 13, and he's just fouling every turn. So I think he realised, shit, I got a bloody stadium here, So he started fouling every turn. He's got 2 players. But like, overall, I would say Liam deserved the victory. I think he's got a really good side, and I think he's one to watch out for. As long as he doesn't only plays like loners and stuff, he's got the team to win it. That's for sure. He's got the team to absolutely take out whoever he plays. So, play well and you've got a chance, Liam. Who's he got? He's got you, and he, Matt.
Yeah, I was going to say he really deserves to take out of those elves. Wait, which elves is he playing? Yeah, I mean certainly. I would be well. You know what? We'll come to the playoffs at the end. Yeah, at the end, okay. Yeah. Right. I have some thoughts, but we'll come to that at the end.
Yeah, that pretty much ends it. Ted Bundy. I think Ted Bundy is the 14-star player point guy as well. Is a blitzer. If you can just go on to.
Yeah. So I accept. So we've got the statistics.
Yeah.
Anything interesting here? Yeah, just Orcs getting that ball, holding that ball.
46 blocks to 15, so we're whacking 4 injuries he caused.
Just hitting them and just getting that SPP. Dice roll wise, you know what? Not good dice, actually. Bad dice, I'd go as far to say. Those are bad dice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
They're not super bad.
They're not. Yeah, they're not. They're under average. Average dice. Yeah.
And not
not
great dice here either, to be honest. Once again, bad dice for the Orcs. A lot of skulls.
Yeah, good few pals. 19 pals is nice.
19 pals is nice, not versus 24 skulls.
I don't remember the dice being harsh.
I think the Amazons definitely had the edge on dice here. They were rolling not many blocks. Like, you're rolling how many blocks did we say? 15 there?
31 dice and only 1 skull.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. But yeah, you want to go to the teams?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to have a look at? I think we skipped over looking at teams for the Looney Tunes and As Requested. Actually, do you want to dip into them quickly, or?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
The teams. I can't remember if I sorted them out or not. Yeah, I did. I bought another Fanatic, just for the head of it, while I was trying to make up my mind. But no, that team's been.
They're not coming. They're not coming back. We're not too concerned about them. Anything interesting for As Requested?
Yeah, what did he get? He got 3 level ups. He got Caesar, got Dodge.
Sure. Well, on a thrower.
That's his second thrower. So, okay.
Pro, mate. Nah, bad.
Pro, you reckon?
Yeah.
Accurate.
Either accurate, not Dodge. Either gone either pro, reduce a team reroll to get
leader. You mean?
Leader. Oh, leader. Yes, leader is what I need. Not pro. Pro is worse. No, you were right to cast aspersions on me. The other thing that involves rerolls, the other skill. So leader and reduce your overall team rerolls. Accurate to make them kind of a substitute in case your primary thrower goes down. Dodge there. I'm not convinced by actually. No, I'm not. I'm not convinced by any survivability skill there, because they're your backup thrower. You're either using them as a thrower, or they're completely disposable. So, do you gain? Why does Dodge here have an advantage over accurate or leader?
Yeah, true.
So who were the other 2 people that got scores?
Macalady got pass block. So
2 pass blocks.
Yeah.
You can only use one. You can only use one pass block a turn. So
But you can only use it if it makes an effect, can't you?
sure,
So
yeah.
you've got to move it to like.
You're committing two players with pass block. You're creating two pass block players.
I think he's thinking of you.
Not to sound too big headed, but this is clearly a counter pick against my elves.
Yeah, if he can put them like sort of along the dotted lines going up pitch, he's pretty much got the whole pitch covered, hasn't
Sure, but I've got safe throw on my primary thrower, so
It's a tough shit, Callum.
To be brutally honest, I'm happy with that choice. I do not think that was the best choice there.
All right. We'll see if it pays off.
We'll see if it pays off. Like I could eat my words, and I will eat my words if that comes out.
And he's got tackle. He's got tackle on Hellgiller. There you go.
Yeah, no, tackle is strong. I think it always looks weird when you take tackle as a first skill on a lineman, but it's really obviously a counter pick. And he's got Amazons next. So you need... Is that his only tackle player?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You're like, you know what? I'd have taken tackle on that catcher as well, to be honest with you. I think that's a better choice.
Maybe. Yeah.
Although that said, it might not just be about me. We've said already the Amazons like to throw.
Yeah, and it might catch Alistair out.
Yeah, I mean... Building two pass blockers, I'm not 100% convinced on, but it does give you that coverage, like you say. So this gives you coverage. This is now a pass block team. I think if you're spending that SPP resource, especially first skill first skill for both, this is now a team that is pivoting heavily towards pass block.
Yeah, he's got two catchers with Blodge. And the other two catchers, one of them's got jump up and pass block and just another pass block. So
yeah,
the catchers sort of make this team as well, don't they?
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's nerves of steel and it's catch. So even if you're in base to base contact with everyone, as long as no disturbing presence is involved, you're looking at that's a 5+ rerolled. So that's 55%.
Okay, yeah.
So that's good. Like 55% for an interception across the entire pitch. Hey, actually, you know what? That's pretty good.
Yeah, true.
Obviously, any opponents here who are going for a passing play need to make sure that those two catchers are based. If they don't have block, they could potentially dodge away. But yeah, you know what? He's setting out his stall for the kind of play he wants to interrupt, and he's setting out that stall. And there's
what you're saying, Alistair, is before you try your throw play, stand men up, get them in base-to-base contact with these guys, do everything you need to do before you do your throw play, because it might not come off.
Rob, are you inferring I'm using my position as a commentator to give advice to advice to someone to make my routes to the finals easier?
I'm just trying to give as much help as I can to all coaches. There you go.
Right. Okay.
Apart from you. Being a hot favourite and all.
But no, I'm coming around on this slightly actually. Having those two, I think you can't go more than two. I think any more than that, you're really in diminishing returns. My instinct here is that honestly, 2 is potentially diminishing returns, but maybe not. Maybe not. You want to get that coverage because you never know what might happen, right? You never know when injuries might happen.
It's not a skill that's used a lot, is it?
No. I think there's definitely a player on my team that I want to put pass block on, and it's the XII League person because that's brutal as fuck. But
he's got another job as well, really, isn't he? XII League. He's a cage break.
He's a cage recoverer.
Okay.
Dave's the cage breaker. But I guess we're going to talk about that in a second. But yes, no, it's interesting. Certainly, this is a team that is putting out as its stall as if you want to pass, I will stop you. And yeah,
70k in the bank. Would you buy a 13th player? 1580 TV, going up against the Zons that I think are lower than 15.
Against Zons, no.
Right. But if he's playing the higher TV, then it might be tough.
If he was playing Liam, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. What's the other team? The other team is. We went back again, didn't we?
Yeah, we went back again. Yeah. So now we're looking at the actual people. Sorry for that. We are going to attempt to turn. So now it's Liam and let's have a look at Liam.
Ted Bundy, the blitzer. He was on 14 SPP. He must have got 3 that game.
Yep. Dodge, tackle, guard, strong, good.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guard on that team now.
It's a good amount of guards. It's what you. Oh god, yeah, that's gonna. Well, it's a good job. I don't intend to block you, really, very much. Yeah. I don't like that.
Only 11 players, so he's got rid of the line.
Yeah. Liam did let me know he's cut TV. He's cut TV to try and get under me. He's said so.
Good man.
Yeah.
140k in the bank. That's really, really clever move, Liam. Yeah. So
as I said to Liam at the time, that's a really good move. You probably should have done it just before clicking start match.
Yeah. Crafty, really crafty. Yeah.
Yeah. This gives me an opportunity. No, fair play though. He's cut TV and basically said, "Come at me, bro." And it's like, you know what? Fair enough.
What you pointed out there is actually really clever. Is if you're gonna cut TV and do this stuff, you've got right up until the game starts to do it. So you're in a way playing poker. You're sort of showing one of your cards. You could have done that just before the game, caught your opponent off guard. He's working out his inducements. When the actual game starts, it's like, Liam's got the inducements now. Shit.
Yeah.
So.
And and all he has to be is 10k under, and he's got a wizard. Yeah. I am very aware of this particular.
Yeah, you've used this tactic before, and I learned from you, and I just thought super clever thing to do because you made sure that you could buy a wizard with the money as well, and it's like super clever, man. Really is.
Yeah, but we'll see. It's going to be tough. It's a hard team. I'm not looking past them at all. It's going to be a hard victory. Earned either way.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6 mighty blow as well.
Oh, Christ. I just need to not be anywhere near this team. Yeah, honestly, it's the team you don't want to be facing in the semis, but we'll talk more about that in a second.
Okay.
So,
Alistair's team.
I
don't think he got a level up. Did he get a level up? He didn't get a level up, no. So, Alistair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tackle, no dodge against the Orcs. Oh no, he's not playing the Orcs, he's playing Callum.
He's playing Callum.
Oh, well done.
One tackle. Yeah.
Well done, Callum, for taking dodge against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tackle. Am I being horrible?
Who knows? I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, just taking dodge on a thrower. When you say there's better skills to take, you're up against loads of tackle. That probably weren't the best skill to take on that thrower, in all fairness.
No. Better than pro, which is my original comment, but what I meant was leader. And,
So, 80k in the bank. Callum was 1,580, I think he was. So there's there's a wizard there for sure, and if he wants to spend any money. So Zons with a wizard against Callum.
Yeah.
Good game to watch.
Indeed.
I don't know if anyone's going to be streaming. It'd be quite interesting.
If I'd quite like to stream that match if we can work something out, but who knows?
Yeah, depends on when they're playing and see what's happening.
Yeah, well, but we've been running a little bit of time actually because we've been going into some kind of meta stuff. So, Dreamsters versus the Berserkers. 1820 for the Dreamsters versus 1660 for the Norse, who brought in a wizard. A fine choice. The elves.
4 passes each. That's surprising. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, look at it. It's a 3-2. It's a high-scoring match. It's nice. Yeah, the Elves win the toss and choose to defend to know what's up for the second half. Those set up aggressive and give a long kick. Barry is pissed, in brackets, drunk.
Good old Barry.
Forgot that I made that note. Dave's trying to blitz, but fails to dodge from far away and is KO'd at this point. That's totally not Dave Bowie, my primary ball hawk. Can't kind of shift the blodge sidestepping kind of blitzer though. The Elves free the ball, but the Norse KO a blitzer, and the Elves won three KOs at this point, but he just can't get the ball back, and some bad elf play means a go for it was needed, and Snake Eyes and falls over.
What to score?
No, just to position themselves. So basically, I positioned him badly, realised, he's not in the right place, but now I need to go for it to put him in the actual right place. Oh, Snake Eyes, great. That's on me. Like, don't do that. Don't be like me, kids. Plan things out correctly.
Semi-finals coming up. I don't want to be seeing play like that, all right?
No, yeah, it's just bad. It was bad. So the Elves put some TZs on the ball carrier, but basically relying on bludge sidestep to kind of see them through. Riskier play than I'd like, but sometimes needs must. The Yeti fails its animal, so a pass is needed. You've got no rerolls, and so they didn't attempt the pass, which was mature play, I thought. Thought it was a little bit too risky to try the pass, and so didn't do it because they had no rerolls left, which I thought was actually mature play. We see some hesitant Norse play because is completely out of rerolls at this point, and this takes us into the Norse turn 7.
Is it 0-0 at this time?
It's 0-0 at this point. Yeah. So as you can see, the Norse have got the ball and are kind of blitzing through to free up the ball carrier. Frenzy comes through these single dice blocks. Gets some push. Moves to extend after the block.
Oh, he did that before in another game.
And just doing a little bit of the old bashy.
Yeah, just random hits, no reroll. Why not? He has had a drink.
No, but to be fair, what this ordering for the last part was spot on. Completely.
That's a 4+ throw. Oh, accurate 3+ throw.
Yeah. So gets it there. Like he did close out. He did close out the route and did do the throw. I think that was pretty good play, actually.
You don't think he should have thrown to the receiver and then have the receiver run in just to shorten the dice a little bit?
I think there were interception issues if he was potentially going to do that. So, yeah, they go 1-0 up. The Norse go 1-0 up. Needs the pass and gets it. No Elves come back from the KO, though. And the Elves at this point are baiting a fireball. Like, they're setting up. Like, hey. 3 of us are in, 3 of us next to each other. How does that look like? Barry doesn't fall for it, the experienced player that he is. There's a flank push, some like multi-catches on a flank push, and then basically I don't have a highlight for this, but basically if I say Elves do elf things and they score in 2 turns, you basically know what went down there, right? There's not very much you can do about that, really. If I really
so a high-scoring game for what did you say? 1-0 at half time.
Well, it was I think it was 1-1 at half time. Yeah.
Okay.
All the Elves come back after this point, and we're talking 10 Norse versus 11 Elves. Plus 1 on the bench. But there's still the threat of the wizard. But there's a kick off table. 2 Elves end up stunned. The Norse are doing a thing. My handwriting just really falls over at this point. And an apothecary is actually used critically on a pass blocker. On the pass blocker, gets badly hurt, and apothecary is used to keep him back on the pitch.
All right.
Obviously, valuing that pass block, and it would have taken a Norse. Norse had no bench, so they would have been down to 9 players at this point. So I can see wanting to keep people on the pitch. The elves start baiting the wizard yet again, and once again Barry not falling for it. The Yeti's fails a blitz on.
I bet you forgot he had the wizard. You're saying not falling for it. I bet where he was drunk, he just completely forgot he had the wizard.
I'm choosing to be complimentary to my valued opponent. Well, to be fair, they were bad. When I say bait, I do mean it would have been bad for him to use the wizard there. Yeah, though the elves are kind of so I actually got a thing for this as well. This is the Norse. Yeah, this is a Norse turn 11, so basically the elves are able to get up and get themselves pretty well set up there, I think.
What was you thinking? They're just stalling for what, 7 turns? Oh,
well, I was thinking about it, but it's just make him force decisions, force some things there. And just see what he goes for, and is able to get through here, and get the stun. Basically getting some pressure on there. At this point, I've got the opportunity. Do I score from here, or do I kind of go elsewhere? And the answer was, I had a player. The player that had the ball there needed 1 SPP to level up, and there was another player who was in that kind of ruck, who had no TZs on, who would have leveled up with a touchdown. So it's you know what? I'm through either way. Let's get a double level up from this one move. So pass and then score, and then basically that was what was going up there. Pass and score for a double level up. 9 Norse versus 11 elves plus their bench. Elves at this point start setting up in the smiley defense, just looking to protect players. They've got the double level up. They're going into the playoffs with a few people. With the people that are obviously about to level up, hit up. So it's at this point, what does it matter? The elves then free the ball with Dave, whose dodge keeps him out of trouble. But can't recover. The Norse come through and push the flank. The lightning blunt comes through the end of the turn of the 10 movement player, just to kind of I see you, friend.
I bet he was playing his movement. I've got a wizard about it. There's bloody. What's his name? Your movement 10 guy.
I forget. But basically, we come through onto turn 14 for the Norse, as you can see. They've managed to come through here, and
only 2-1.
Slowly 2-1. The dub skulls. Eek thinks he's getting a thing. No, you forgot about the sidestep, but do get the KO. He could have got one more guy in there. No, he couldn't have, could he? Yeah, okay. But I was going to say, if he'd cut off that route, he could have. It would have been tricky. I think. Too hard. Yeah. This is good though. This is great. I think I've got him relatively well screened at this point, but no. There you go. 2-2. He who tears.
I like that.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good score. It was a really good score. Basically 2-2. Oh nope, that's me not clicking the right thing. That's a previous highlight. And basically comes through 2-2. But the pressure was such that he had to score at that point, which gave the elves a couple of turns, and elves do elf things. It ends up 3-2. That's basically what went down.
That was a really enjoyable game.
Yeah, very much. Going through onto the actual stats and such. If we look at the statistics, Berserkers had a lot of the possession. It's something we see a lot with the elves. They don't have a huge amount of ball possession because they get it and score quite quickly. 4 passes either side. SPP pretty well distributed for the Dreamsters, I'd say, who were coming into this looking like they wanna get they want to level up coming into the playoffs, and we're able to play that
said
up.
1 kill inflicted for the Berserkers.
Yes, it was a not a rookie lineman. It was a lineman with wrestle. I couldn't justify using the Apothecary just because there were other higher value players at risk. But yeah,
so he's gone.
He's gone. Not a huge. I'll take that. And yeah, coming into it, got the dice rolls. It's more or less what you would expect.
Wake up after KO was bad. Failed 5.
Yeah, but we're here. We're looking at the block dice. That's more or less what we're looking at.
Wild Animal were bad as well. Failed.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, very much so. And in terms of the level ups, yeah. So we've got Giorgio's a dedicated 1 turner now. Got sprint.
All right.
Yeah, jump up.
He's going to get treated exactly like Slippery Simon. He's going to get bolted.
Yeah.
You name it. You know this already, didn't you?
Yeah. Vincenzo picks jump up. They've got diving tackle. Yeah, that's.
Oh wow.
Kind of, I think, the best play there. Thanos Snapfinger picks up block to go with guard. Fine. Just give that.
I'll tell you what. Shadowing on Vega might have been good as well. With that,
I don't think it links with diving tackle very well. I think that but I can see that as an argument. I ended up going with jump up also because he's my only tackle player, and that's quite strong. Yeah. So,
jump up's awesome. It really is.
Yeah. Because he's also my safety, right? So safety's having more range is good. So, that's basically the situation there. Looking
good team, mate.
Yeah. Looking at Barry, I don't recall what the level ups were here. But yeah, it's all good. Here we go. So yeah, looking at the leaderboard. This is the situation that we're in. Coming into
with you?
Callum, yeah. I mean, once again, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone that has played in this league, everyone that has had any involvement with the running of this league. Thank you so much. This has been very fun. We now have our.
It's been really smooth, hasn't it? Games getting played week on week.
Yeah.
It's been really good this season. Really good.
We have our top 4 playoffs. We hope to see everyone back next season. Thank you very much.
Would you like to just quickly go through the highest goals stuff because you won't be able to do it in semis. Just quickly skim through it and just have a quick look.
Okay, you're going to need to tell me what I need to click on here.
Hall of Fame. So back.
Yeah. Here.
Left. That's it. Hall of Fame. Top one. You need it on season 12.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go down to top 20 instead of top 3, I think it comes out better myself.
Okay, just 1 second. Okay, actually, can you just give a quick talk through some things? I need to be back in a slight period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, just give them a talk for 5 minutes. I need to be back in a second. Just take care of something.
Okay. So, well done, everybody, for playing all your games on time. As I say, it's the smoothest we've had it. We are about to run through the Hall of Fame to see who did get the most touchdowns and most casualties. I'm hoping that the new Blood Bowl 3, when that comes out, will give you a little bit more stats as well, as in most boneheads and stuff like that. I think the season's come out really well. It's nice seeing some new faces in the playoffs. I would really like to see anybody win apart from Matt, to be fair. Sorry, Matt, I know you can't hear me. But yeah, Matt's won it before. None of the other 3 in the playoffs have won it before, so it'd be really nice to see a new coach win it. As you know, my prediction is Callum. I think he's got it. Matt's obviously the favourite. But as I was saying on today's commentary, Liam and Alistair, you're in with a shout. You just need to bring your A game. And I think if you bring your A game, I think you've got the teams to win it. You've got the tackle, you've got the mighty blow between you and the guard. You've got stronger teams. Elves are brilliant, but they're fragile, so they will break. And if you break them enough in the first half, you've got a good shout.
Absolutely. So, who did you want we have a look on this ranking screen here?
Yeah, so for some reason, these pictures ain't tallying up with the season 12. Why is that? Because these are different teams.
Yeah, those are our Nuffle teams. I'm slightly confused
Yeah.
by that. Yeah, it's not really showing me what I'd expect to see.
If you go into Nuffle 3, would it show you that our league? Is it mixed up for some reason? No. That's, something else. It's a bit mixed up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not really showing me what I would hope to see.
Cycle through them, and I recognise if. Oh.
Oh.
No. Oh, if you
yeah, Johnny Poxville is definitely Nuffle too.
Yeah, if you go into top 20, it might change. I'm not sure. No, it won't. Okay, it's messed up, so we can't show you all the high scores.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. My apologies to everyone.
No, not your fault. It's something to do with cyanide, I think.
Yeah, it's never been super great. But yeah, thank you for covering me when I had to go and take care of something momentarily. And could not find the pause button on OBS.
I told everybody how to beat you in the semi-final and final, so you've lost.
Okay, well, it wouldn't be the first time.
if that's possible, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing these recaps with us all season.
Yeah,
we're going to cover the semi-finals in it, are we?
Yeah, I think we're going to cover the semi-finals. I think we should have a quick word about the semi-finals now, about what the upcoming teams are going to be. If we have a look at the leaderboard, we've got the Elven Union Dreamsters versus the Yorkshire Ripper, and we've got As Requested versus the Headhunters. Like, do you have any feelings on how these semi-final matches are going to go?
Yeah, like while you was away, I had a quick chat saying that, like, Alistair and Liam, they've got the teams to beat you. It's just if they bring their A game or not, that's all. But I've got a feeling it's going to be an Elf Union fight.
Which is boring, slightly.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I think it's going to be a tough match. Do you have a thought? Okay, it's the Dreamsters versus the Yorkshire Ripper. I mean, do you have a feeling that way? Because my gut is actually just 2-1 to the Dreamsters. Just a solid 2-1 victory. Nothing fancy. Can't take risks. Just survive and win.
I put a poll up on Facebook, just like, and I backed Callum, but Matt, you know, you're a two-time champ. You've got the best team. You're the guy to beat without a doubt, and I don't think anybody will beat you in all honesty. But I really hope that we do have a new champion. No offense, mate, but it'd be really nice having a new champion.
It would be narratively satisfying if Liam won this. Like, it would. But I'm not going to roll over.
But Phil's won 3 championships. You've won 2, so you're the next nearest to him. I think there's a couple of other guys that are not playing anymore that have won 2. So yeah, it's up to you to actually get that 3rd win and level Phil on most championship wins, I think. So good luck, Matt.
So what do you have for the scoreline there?
Oh, scoreline, sorry, mate. For you, I would have against Liam a 3-0.
3-0. I think nil is over. So the Amazons versus Callum's Elven Union.
Proper tough shout, but I'm going to give it 2-1 to Callum.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my heart more than my head here, actually. I'm going to go 3-2 to the Amazons.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I really could go either. It really could. Alistair's best chance of winning this for a good long time, and he's got a great team. And I'd like to see him win it actually, but I'd like to see. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Is there anything else we want to add at this point? Thank you for sticking with us all season.
No, we're good, and get those games played, and let us know when they're being played, so we can maybe do some kind of commentary or streaming of it.
Yeah,
like how we're going to do it.
Like
yet.
Al, if you want to stream my match, please go ahead. I'm obviously not going to be able to stream that one myself, so yeah, like thank you for everyone that's made I think this season one of the best seasons we've had.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
See you on the pitch.